It's time to take a short break. Stand up, stretch and hydrate. Welcome back. Let's get to it.
All right, welcome in. Happy Monday. It is Monday, right? My days are all off. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a great weekend. And today, we finished Oblina on the last stream, of course. So today, we're kicking off spooky season. Kicking off spooky season. And also some new things on the stream. How about that? How about that? So today it's going to be shorter than normal. Menchie's off, and it's nice. And just wanted to get a little bit of work done today to get us set and ready for tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see how much we can get done. It's going to be a lot of setting up on a foil armature for sure. A lot of that. But we should have fun. We should have fun. I've got an idea. We're going to be doing multiple candy corn monsters. I keep wanting to call them candy cane monsters. We're going to be doing multiple candy corn monsters.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Grin. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you had a good weekend. How we doing? Yeah, we're going to be doing a multiple candy cane monsters. Candy corn. Can't see? I told you. I keep saying candy cane. I don't know why. Candy corn monsters. And we're going to get started on one today. I think I've got a pretty good idea what this first one's going to look like. It's just a matter of getting the foil shaped, you know? Make a foot with candy corns on it. Gross. So, yeah, we're going to put the Halloween. No, we're not going to listen to this all spooky season, but we're going to put the Spooky Sculpts playlist on for today. Yeah, we'll be listening to our Spooky Sculpts playlist today. Again, we'll mix it up. We're not going to listen to this all spooky season or anything like that, but I figured it was appropriate considering today is our kickoff day. So Iggy Pop, you're in this playlist anyway. We're gonna end this song and get that started. All right, Grant, how was the weekend, man? Do anything fun, exciting? We went on a hike yesterday, but other than that, pretty chill weekend. Not a lot going on. Oh, you know what? I don't have my tablet on. Give me just a second. That way I can see chat and control the cameras and all that. Okay, there we go. Work the soundboard for a concert, so it was fun. Ooh, that sounds fun. That sounds fun. So, oh geez, my cameras are all jacked up. Look at that. There we go. That's better. You know what? Let me check the C920. Yeah. We'll go over that. So, one of the first things I sculpted back in 2022 when I got back into sculpting. It was a learning experience for sure. Just ready for some downtime. I hear you, man. I got a busy week ahead of me this week. I'm not looking forward to it. C920 is a great camera if you have good lighting. Yeah, it's not good on low light for sure. Always trips me out when people say it's a bad cam. Yeah, just tell them to do better, you know? With good lighting, like this is the C920, right? This is like a $60 1080 30 frames per second camera. This one is a $200 Brio 4K. I mean, with proper lighting, honestly, not much difference there, man. Low light, it looks like trash. Yeah, it does. It's not good with low light. Neither is this one, to be honest. It's better, but not good. But that's the problem with webcams, you know. But anyway, yeah. Back towards the end of 2022, when I got back into sculpting and everything, I sculpted these little guys. And I really like them. They're simple, you know, nothing special about them. But I thought, why don't we scale these guys up and make them more detailed and fun? Not like copies of these, new ideas. But, you know, the premise. So, that is what we're going to do. I'm thinking maybe like 4 inches tall. About the size of that white box there. Each one of those squares is an inch. So, about 4 inches. I think that'd do. Oh, geez. Come on, Twitch. They have buttholes like the jerboa. Okay, there we go. Fix that. Twitch is ridiculous, dude. Okay. I think what we'll do, because he's going to have an open mouth, so we want a cavity, right? So I think we start out with like a base and build up an edge. And then wrap the whole thing to attach the top and the bottom. I think that's probably the best way to go here. I hate working with foil. Did I ever mention that? I need like a little bit of an oblong puck here. Kind of start us off. Also, if the music is too loud, by all means, let me know. Looks like the start of a lovely fox indeed, yes. Corpse, how we doing, man? Welcome in. Happy Monday. Got a little... face reveal. You see? I told you. Face reveal. Hey. Oh, I did the wrong thing. My bad. Hit the wrong button. Let's go back to where we need to be. Grin, gifting a tier 1 sub to Corpse. Grin, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting the stream, and thank you for the generosity to our community members. I appreciate you. And Corpse, enjoy those ad-free viewings, man. Also, if your Discord and Twitch are linked, you will have behind-the-scenes access and whatnot on Discord. Nothing super exciting. I try to post in there when it's appropriate, you know, to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek of things to come and stuff like that, you know. Sometimes it'll be more exciting than others, of course. And of course, all those emotes. Enjoy those. We want this to be a little bit thick to get us up off the ground here. Some Ghostbusters too, I think. Yep. Flip City from Ghostbusters 2. Yeah, we're listening to the spooky sculpts playlist today, man. My favorite sculpting stream. This man's voice is smooth as fuck. Reminds me of How It's Made guy. It's been too long since I've seen How It's Made. So we'll need to bulk this up a bit more. But what I'm thinking is along this back edge, we start, well, yeah, we'll bring that up. and then use that as a bridge between the top. Any big plans this week, folks? And happy Labor Day if you're here in the U.S. Hopefully it gives you a day off work. I need to try to go visit my grandfather because I was planning on doing that last week, but I couldn't get a hold of him ahead of time, so. And then I need to try to get to the store and get that display case for the Jerboa. And then on Friday, I have to take a rat to the vet for surgery. Bright and early in the morning, too. I gotta drop her off at like 8. We had our holiday last Monday. Nice. How It's Made molded me in my teens, although the knowledge I've learned from that show has not been very useful in my everyday life. It's crazy seeing how some of that stuff is made, though, for sure. Up the little rat lady heals quickly. Yeah, she's got a big growth, so it needs to be surgically removed. It's gotten exponentially larger in like the last month, and she's like trying to carry it around with her, man. It's so sad. So we took her to the vet on Friday. Had a nice little trip to the dispensary while we were out. And then had to make her an appointment for surgery for this week. Happy Spooktember, Designed by Joe. Welcome in, folks. If you are not following Designed by Joe, there's a link in the chat there. You should definitely do so. Phenomenal streamer and a goldsmith here on Twitch. Joe, how was the weekend, man? I was lurking a bit yesterday, but yesterday we were back and forth. We went for a hike, and even if I can't be there and chatting, though, I'm generally there lurking and when I can. And I love those new emotes, Joe. Those emotes are great. So let's see if we can start trying to like build up a perimeter wall here. And then we'll wrap the whole thing, right? Kind of solidify it all. But basically what I'm trying to do here is build out the lower portion of the body for the candy corn. And then we need a cavity for the mouth, right? So I don't want to fill it with foil. Then we have to dig it all out, and that's just no fun. And I'd like to preserve my knives and not use them to cut foil, so. Weekend's been good so far? Good, man. Yeah, we've had a pretty chill weekend. You know, I'd really much rather use an ultralight clay for this, but, and I have some, but admittedly, this is still cheaper. And I need to get my fan on. These lights, man, I'll tell you what, even though they're LED panels, they still put off some heat. to get it pointing towards me. What are we making? We're starting on our candy corn monsters, and then after we do a few of those, we're gonna switch over and do some pumpkin monsters. Essentially, the first two projects that I really did, now we're revisiting and making them better. These guys were some of the first things I sculpted when I got back into sculpting, and I love them. Real simple, you know, there's nothing super special about them or anything, but I thought it would be cool to kind of scale those up a little bit and do some more detail. This first one's gonna have like an open mouth, visible tongue, bunch of pointy teeth, some fangs, and like black beady eyes. He's not gonna be like evil looking. He's gonna be kind of more fun. We're gonna do an evil one though. Yeah, and then we can bring that up. But with the nature of these sculpts, of course, not really much use for an armature wire. So we're building the framework out of foil. And that's going to be probably a lot of the bulk of today's stream today, is just getting this in order so we can start putting clay on it tomorrow. Maybe we'll do two. We'll see how long this takes, you know. Hopefully not too long, because I absolutely do not enjoy playing with foil. But kind of a necessary step here, you know. The trick here is going to be keeping the shape while I'm trying to do this. Benchy, hi. Yeah, I've been having some fun over the weekend. Rep to Lisa made this little guy towards the end of last week. Let me fix my glove. Goodness. Can't get my... Yeah, she made this little guy towards the end of last week, and I got him set up. I think it was Friday. Nice avatar. Thank you. And I also, last night, I was playing around and I made the little pumpkin by myself. Well, the pumpkin was a graphic, but I did the rest. Put the logo into it, made it glow, and... It needs to come up a little bit higher. What I'll do is just crumble this. Ooh, some misfits, eh? Okay, so we need to bring this up a little bit more. I was gonna say, thought that was new, but didn't want to assume. Looks great. Thanks, man. Doing all right here. Just woke up and need coffee still. I hear you. I hear you. I've got some caffeine right next to me, actually. Again, this is all going to get wrapped with one sheet to bring it all together and hold it, you know. Right now, I'm just building out like a basic shape for the bottom portion. And then we'll wrap that and start on the top and then wrap the whole thing to get it attached, right? So just trying to pack it as dense as possible. And then I'm going to throw some tape on right there. Time is it? Oh yeah, you're in the same time zone as us. It's funny, Joe. Everybody I talk to on here, for the most part, is at least 4 hours ahead. 5 a.m. when I fell asleep. Oh God. Let's start working on a cone for the top, yeah? And then we're gonna have to put some indentations in that for the eyeballs. I should do. Itchy Myers spooky season is here. It is, yes. Folks, if you are not doing so, let me give a shout out here. Oops. Helps if I actually do the shout out portion of the command. Back to that talk about caffeine, Joe. I need more, apparently. All right, there it is. Folks, linked in the chat, Mitchy Myers, phenomenal digital artist and illustrator here on Twitch. Definitely drop a follow, check out her work. It's phenomenal. You won't be disappointed. Oh, no worries, no worries. We are working on candy corn monsters today. And currently just getting a foil framework built. And before we do the top, let's go ahead and wrap this whole thing real quick. I'll have to take extra care to enunciate here with Menchie and Mitchie. All right, let's wrap that. Any big plans for spooky season for your stream, Mitchie? Of course, here on this stream, I like to keep things a little bit on the spooky side most of the time, but you know, we take breaks and do cute things like jerboas and whatnot. Might even have to sneak in a little bit of a Star Wars sculpt here at some point. I've been playing Star Wars Outlaws, and the little Nyx animal is begging to be sculpted. You'll be a metalsmith by the end of the day today. Just sitting here playing with aluminum, you know. I think that's going to be good for the bottom. I think we'll start working on like a little bit of a cone for the top, and we'll get that attached, and we'll be good. We just need to make sure we have indentations for the eyeballs. I mean, worst comes to worst, I got large drill bits. I could just drill into the foil, but I'd like to avoid that, you know? Start with a little nub for our point. Work towards that. Maybe. I'm aware there's not much excitement involved here. This is my least favorite thing about sculpting, is messing with armatures and foil, but you know, like once again, just one of those necessities. And then once we get through this, that's where the real fun is, you know? That's makes it worth it in the end. Needs to be a little bit more of an oblong shape. Remember the Goblet of Fire Harry Potter movie where they have to steal the egg from their dragons? Make a mini version of one of the dragons when they each pull out a mini dragon from the sack. See which dragon they... I vaguely remember that portion. I'm gonna have to rewatch it, but it is almost that time of year where I will most certainly rewatch through the Harry Potter series, so... I need a new good Harry Potter game, man. We need another Hogwarts Legacy. That's what we need. Really enjoyed that game. They were palm-sized. Might be a good practice for a larger scale dragon down the road, too. That's pretty solid. Okay, so we've got that. We'll wrap the whole thing to fill any gaps, of course. I think they're working on a second one already. I hope so. I was kind of disappointed they didn't do any DLC for it. I know Portkey Games is coming out with a bunch of like other stuff, you know, that Quidditch game, which looks fun, but it's just Quidditch, you know. All right, I think what I'm gonna do is make a separate section here, and that's where we'll I don't know if I like this version of this song. Took them forever to get the Switch port finished, so I understand why there's no DLC. Yeah, that's fair. It did take them quite a while for that, didn't it? I'm amazed they made it run on the Switch, to be honest. Give us a reference for scale to start off. It must be loading screen hell on the Switch. You think about walking through a door, you get a loading screen. I don't know, man. It needs to come out at more of an angle. Then again, we don't necessarily have to have a final shape here with the foil, but it would be nice to have at least a basic. Like I said, today's going to be a lot of working this general nonsense out. And my foil ripped. Of course it did. Candy corns are kind of a weird, awkward shape here to be making with foil. We're getting there. We are getting there. So we want a flat portion here, and in that section, we'll put the divots for the eyes and attach it all. All right. I'm gonna get a loose wrap here. Let's kind of get some foil bunched. But I don't want to start like compressing it yet. I want to get a general size and shape. And then we'll press those divots in. Just so we have some space to work. In fact, I may just make it like one long divot. That way I can control spacing after the fact. We don't have to worry about, oh, I didn't have the divots right where I want them or anything like that. I've been really enjoying Star Wars Outlaws, though. I'm struggling to understand the mentality of some of these reviewers, to be for certain, for sure. I don't get where some of the complaint. I know where some of them are. I literally watched one guy talk about how he beat the game in 15 hours, and every single one of his complaints could be refuted with the fact that he skipped content in the game that would have improved or altered his complaints. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna get a full wrap in there, then we'll bring it behind to fill out some of the shape. So like I said, if we get, well, we will get this done today, but if we're staying on course, like, you know, as far as time goes, like we are right now, we'll probably go ahead and get a second one so we have it ready. And then tomorrow we can really start getting into some actual sculpting with clay, you know? Bob Star Glass, welcome in. Happy Monday. Okay, we're gonna flip this. We're gonna build up a little bit more foil underneath. And then we'll fill in the gaps at the top and wrap it all so it's one solid piece. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you. Bob Star, welcome in. We're kicking off spooky season today, and we're starting some candy corn. I keep wanting to say candy cane, but it is definitely not candy cane monsters. We are doing candy corn monsters. We already did a candy cane monster. Right there. Candy cane monster. I can't handle how far we are into the year. It's crazy, isn't it? Like today is September like 2nd. What? How? And to celebrate, we're listening to our Scoopy. I keep saying Scoopy Sculpts, Spooky Sculpts, Spooky Sculpts playlist today. I'm so exhausted. Apparently, me too. I thank you guys for hanging out with me, even like when we're doing stuff like this. You know, not terribly exciting, not a lot of progress visible, but just one of those necessary steps. Well, my least favorite, but we can't do the fun stuff until we get the necessities done. So, and what I'm doing here, if you're just coming in, this is a little bit of a divot here so that we have room to work with when we are adding eyeballs. And I just make it all the way across. That way I don't have to worry about trying to get my spacing right with foil, you know. We can just fill in the in-between with some clay, and that should do just fine. I think we should probably add a little bit more. Actually, no. We just need to get this attached. Concave? Yeah, just an opening here. And then that way when I'm putting the eyeballs in, we can fit the spacing where we need it. And then fill in proper around them. Okay, let's get this attached. Yeah, we're both in the US. Whole piece of tape just to help. Possibly. That's better than nothing anyway. Or maybe it isn't. Yay, foil is so much fun. That's not how I want to do this. We want to go on the inside and then bring it back out. And use this. Did I mention I hate foil? Yeah, we're not too far. Same time zone. All right. It's gonna look real shit, of course, because it's just foil. It's not like this is the final product, but I do need to make sure it's gonna fit my spacing needs, and we have a general shape in place. It may not be like the perfect candy corn shape, but we can always fix that, you know, with clay on the way down. Kind of looks like we're making a Patrick Star. I like wizards, real life modern day wizards. I think that's good. That's going to give us our basic shape. It's not perfect. We're going to have to do some corrections with clay. But I think it should do the job. We just need to get that top piece attached. A lot of engineers and tech people here. My grandfather spent some time in Canada, actually, for the company he worked for. He got temporarily, I wouldn't say moved. They put him up in like a hotel or a condo or something, but he was there for an extended time, a few months or so. And then he went there on multiple occasions. I'm not entirely sure where he was though. Okay, let's see. What a laugh that guy had.
It's time to take a short break. Stand up, stretch and hydrate.
Wow, almost a full hour of playing with foil? Oh boy. Joan Rivers left. What? That was Vincent, why can't I think of his last name? Vincent Price. Don't try to pull a fast one on me, sir. All right, let's see. We need... All right, we got our spot for eyes. Make sure the mouth is nice and open. Put a piece of tape across a couple spots on the inside of the mouth. Oh, am I working through ads again? Jeez, I'm sorry, guys. All right, they haven't yet started. We're going to take a quick break. It is a great time to stand up, stretch, grab a drink, grab a snack, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today as we sit here playing with aluminum foil and work our way towards sculpting. But yeah, three-minute ad break each hour. That way we don't have multiples. It's less interruptions, and it's a nice little chance to get up and stretch and all that good stuff. So we'll switch over to the break screen here in a moment, and we will continue after the ad break and get this guy shaped up and then move on to another foil armature to get things ready for some sculpting. Because we're probably going to be working on multiples of these guys at once, and we're probably going to make a total of, I don't know, 3 or 4 of these guys in the end. We'll see. We will see. But yeah, let's throw the break screen up, and I will see you guys back here in just a moment. We're talking about oblongs. Want to see what the glass blowing torches I use look like? Yeah, by all means, feel free. Let's see. There's a link in the chat there, Globstar. Feel free to share in Discord. And yeah, let's go ahead and switch over to the break screen. I'll see you guys back here in just a moment.
Welcome back. Let's get to it.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm just kind of looking over this thing. My mouth isn't quite as big as I'd like it to be on this guy. Just trying to compact some areas and make more space. And Globstar, if you hop in the Discord, just let me know. I'll set your role over so you have access. Because you need a manually assigned role to be able to post. All right, I think that's a start. This guy's a little bit bigger than what I was going for, you know? I said 4 inches. This guy's like 5 inches. All right, I'm going to put some tape. I'm going to throw another piece on the bottom. On the inside of the mouth there, there's a bit of a loose flap. Shouldn't be problematic or anything, but that way it doesn't pop up and get in the way. And then right across the front of the forehead. Oh, this tape, I'll tell you. The heck? It's like multiple layers. The tape got cut somehow. Interesting. Okay. All right, I think there's one done. I'll tell you what, between the lights and messing with this foil, make me sweat. Kind of burning up right now. All right, one candy corn foil armature done. Let's see. The next one, they're all kind of have open mouths. This one's going to be more of like a smile. Next one. I think he's going to have, it's going to be similar. The mouth hole's going to be a bit smaller and a tad bit higher up. And bottom of the mouth is going to be sloped. All right. Hey, this song's from the Good Crow movie. I just kind of pile this on top. Got invested in Tom Green's Instagram Live. Tom Green is still doing things? The hell is Tom Green up to these days? He lives near you? He's doing internet stuff? Headlining shows? Like, wait, like what kind of shows? Oh, stand up? Okay. First person to do a podcast? Was he really? I had no idea. This one again? Not. I was gonna say it should. Playlist's on shuffle. It shouldn't be repeating anything. I don't think I'd heard this one already. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we have a mix of stuff. Today it's a spooky sculpt mix. Just to kick off spooky season. We'll listen to it from, here and there, but I'll definitely be mixing it up. Okay, so once again, bring up the sides. Are you into any metal or punk? Oh yeah, I like all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I've always had a pretty eclectic taste in music. I'm a bit older. Yep, bit older. Yeah, I like rock and some metal. I'm kind of picky when it comes to the heavier stuff. It has to be a kind of a certain vibe and sound, I suppose, when it comes to metal. But yeah, I'm a big punk fan. Always have been. Glad to kind of see there's been a bit of a resurgence here lately in the genre. Used to go. I've only been to Warped once in 2003, and I made the mistake of wearing flip flops. My poor feet. Yeah, yeah. Never again. Lesson learned. All I know is I was thinking like it was super hot, and it seemed like a good idea at the time. Ooh, man, I'm tired of playing with foil. I'll tell you that. No, but my feet were all black and blue and bleeding, especially after Dropkick Murphys played. My goodness. Yeah, that Dropkick Murphys show is wild. They had a stage full of people, I remember. Flags, giant flags waving in the crowd. I watched the entire pit split apart, and then the back rushed like a wave of people. It was wild. Flags waving as they were charging the stage. Yeah, I saw they played Flogging Molly, I want to say, was there. Rancid, The Used. I don't think NoFX was there. The lead singer from The Used did the craziest stage dive I've ever seen. He climbed up on top of a 12-foot tower speaker. And mind you, the stage is already well off the ground. And this tower speaker was on the stage, and he climbs up on that thing and stage dives into the crowd. It was crazy. What's his name? Bert? I don't know. I like The Used, but I never liked them enough to like follow them by name, I guess. The Used is great, but he's no Davey Havoc. You know what I mean? All right, so we need to bring that edge line a little bit forward, and that's fine. That gives us some room to play. He's out my hair in the back. Dude, AFI is great. We went to see them live a couple years ago. When was that, Minchie? Like 2 years? Yeah, it must have been 2 years ago this year. I think this coming, because it was in October, November. We went to see them, if I remember right, wasn't it? But yeah, they were awesome live. Holy crap. Like, I expected to enjoy the show. I did not expect them to be as good live as they are. My God. Especially not knowing, like, I knew back around 2004, Davey Havoc blew out his vocal cords, and last show I was at was Protest the Hero like 2 months ago. Nice. Yeah, I haven't been to a lot in recent years. AFI, and then before that was Alkaline Trio. They were phenomenal live. Holy crap. Totally blew away my expectations. What a damn good underrated band. In fact, I think there's some Alkaline in this playlist. Surgery, though, I think. Yeah. Last Warp Tour before that one, the very last, finally got to see Under Oath. Nice. Yeah, it's kind of sad that they don't do Warp Tour anymore. Let's make the little cone head top, I suppose. Or should we do the eyeball section? Probably the eyeball section. Won't get to bring my son. Yep. Whole new generations won't get to experience that. And like, man, like even, the prices for tickets were reasonable. You got to see so many bands. It's like most of the shows I go to, AFI, I think at most it was like $40 a ticket, and I think that's high. I don't think that it was even that much. And Alkaline Trio was in that same ballpark. But you know, we also I've seen both of those bands at the same venue. It's a smaller venue, an old theater, and they're always pretty reasonable on pricing. I would love this even more if I didn't have to use foil. I may just to play around. I may do one of these using an ultralight clay instead of foil. Maybe put like a coil shaft in, or like a foil shaft in there, just to reduce the amount of clay that we're using. But I really dislike foil. All right, I just need to carefully compact this. And I'll shape it some more, and then we'll put some more foil on top of it. Alexis on Fire? Yeah, I've heard of them. In fact, I have a pin on my old denim jacket that I still have. From the same place as Designed by Joe? Yep, I've heard of Say of Sin as well. Yep. What, foil? Yeah, I don't use much, but with a sculpt like this, obviously a wire armature isn't going to cut it, you know. But yeah, believe me, I try to avoid foil whenever possible because I hate working with this crap. Yeah, like I said, there's ultralight clay. It's cheaper than regular clay, but it's still not cheaper than foil, you know. And then you still have to bake it. Like it's basically like doing this and then having to bake this before I begin the actual sculpt. Is essentially which isn't a big deal, but yeah, I do think we'll do a couple of these with foil and a couple with ultralight, maybe. I think I'll definitely probably be using ultralight on the pumpkin monsters. You know, a foil ball as a core, and then a general shape with ultralight, and then go in over top of that for our actual sculpt using Cosclay. The only thing about this type of sculpt, like I don't like wire armatures, but it's obviously a necessity, and I certainly like wire armatures better than foils. So I'll take one of those over these any day. But Again, sometimes you just got to. Okay, that's for the eyes. And we're going to do a little bit of mouth shaping above that. Kind of different from this one. And then we'll attach this in the top of the head. I'm pretty sure the last time all the servers are locked. Well, wait a minute. You're not... If you're in our Discord, then you should have the role. Let me look. Are you the same name on there? Yeah. Flapstar, you should have access. You're in the Ravens role. You should be good to go now. Oil at the dollar store? Yeah, that's where I got this. But yeah, I just looked. And your name is Red, so you've got the role. But yeah, it when you first join, all the channels are locked because it requires a manual role assignment on our end just to keep spam bots out, you know, and nonsense. I don't want to wake up in the morning and have like a bunch of at everyone tags and such, you know what I mean? Oh, you're fine, you're fine. All right, let's start building out the top on that. The top of the mouth, that is. Okay. That was easy enough. Now we need to wrap this and get that filled in. And then, yeah, we'll do the top. We're not at the Busta Makes Me Feel Good part of the song yet. There it is. There it is. All right, we're into the smashing and compacting portion here. And we'll get the top on. Get our little cone shape going. Okay. So what I think we'll do as far as like sculpting these, we'll do these two, you know, get these guys done. Then we'll do another batch and then we'll paint them all. We'll take a break from sculpting and paint everything. And then after that, after we do all the candy corns, we'll switch over and do some pumpkin monsters. And we might mix some other stuff into there as well as we get closer to Halloween. We'll see what we have time for and all of that. That's not working out. That should be our max height, so we just need to build that down. And the dollar store foil is almost gone. Bad moon. It wasn't me. I've been good. All right, we just need to get that filled in. And let me get a new roll of foil here. Oh no. Big old spot of glue on this, huh? I want to get this all compressed as much as I can. And then we'll do I'm going to tear off a little bit of foil. And then I'm going to tape this on here and we're just going to do a total wrap. And this will help fill in those gaps there. Then we'll start really shaping it once we got all of it into one piece. That one's definitely a better shape, but again, we're not looking for a final shape in the foil. Just a basic basic framework or support. Yeah, we fill in with clay. We'll correct anything that needs corrected. But, meh, it's not terrible. This top kind of sucks though. Is this monster mesh? It is. By the Misfits. I'm not happy with the top of this one. Well, I just busted it. Harry Foundling, welcome in. Happy Monday and happy spooky season to you as well. Working on some aluminum foil armatures for some candy corn monsters. Which is proving to be not so fun as foil, you know. Lovely to catch you. Got a normal person job. I haven't been able to catch you. Oh, it can be a weird beast to fight. It really is, isn't it? And congrats on the job, though. I totally understand. I'm gonna try to make at least a couple of my streams go a little bit later in the day. And we have, like, the last week or so, been going a bit later than I had. It just kind of depends on the project too, you know. If there's work to be done, then and I've got time, then of course I'll keep going and stream a bit later. But there, you know, at the end with the jerboa, everything was so like one step after another, and we kind of had to wait in between steps, you know. It was cutting the stream short. But through spooky season, we're going to be working on multiple things at once, which is why, you know, we've got two of these guys that I'm working on today. Basically, just that top looks a lot better than it did. Getting this all uniform into one piece at this point, and I'll put us in a good spot, leaving a nice little divot for the eyes so I don't run out of space, you know. I always hate when I do that. When I have a solid armature underneath and I go to put eyeballs in it and I can't fit them. It's happened a couple times. You made these before, or these guys new? These are new. This is, I'll show you here in a minute. You know how the first sculpt on stream, of course, was the creepy candle. And it was the second creepy candle that I did. And the whole story behind it was, the first creepy candle was one of my favorites, but from the very jump, after I finished it, there was things that I saw that I wish I'd done differently or better. So the second candle was very much doing just that, expanding on what I'd already done. So this Halloween, some of the first things I started sculpting when I got back into sculpting, being that it was around Halloween season in 2022, was a pumpkin monster, of course. And then these little candy corns. You know, they're nothing special. They're very small and very simple. But I thought, what if I take these and make them bigger and we go more detailed, you know? So that is what we're doing here. And then my first YouTube sculpt was the pumpkin monster. And it's to this day one of my favorite things, even though, you know, it's pretty basic. So I want to revisit that project and make some more pumpkin monsters as well. Darling, though, yeah, they are cute. I love those little guys. So we're going to make probably 3 or 4 of these in total. We'll do 2, and then we'll do another 2, and then we'll paint everything, and then we'll begin pumpkins. But one of these is going to be like beady black eyes and fangs, probably his tongue sticking out a bit. This one's going to be more of like a shocked, scared expression. His mouth aghast, I guess. And then I think we're going to definitely have to make a couple creepy ones. A little bit bigger than the originals. A little bit. Foxes are looking good, right? Look at these. Best foxes you've ever seen, you know? How we doing on time? Ad starts in 4 minutes. Okay. What will that be? The 2-hour mark today? Like I said, it is going to be a bit of a shorter stream. Tomorrow we're going to go long. Tomorrow we're going to have plenty of sculpting. I just figured today we'd do a shorter stream and get these armatures done and out of the way and kick off spooky season. I also want to make a Cyclops. Like a one big eye, you know? Maybe we'll make one more armature today. After the break. This is my average stream length for once every 4 months. What, a couple hours? I am, you know, obviously I took away the schedule just because I don't like stressing over that stuff, and it's just it's a silly technicality thing for me. If I feel obligated to something, or I am obligated to something, I don't like to not fulfill that obligation, you know? And you guys know there's going to be days that I have to take away from streaming. And I already feel bad about it. I don't need extra things making me feel bad about it. But so we got rid of the stream schedule, but obviously
It's time to take a short break. Stand up, stretch and hydrate.
I've still very much been streaming the same days as when I had a schedule. I just don't feel as much stress if and when I need to take a day off. It's silly, I know. It really is, but it's just a technicality thing to me, I guess. So we're streaming just as much, if not more. You know, it depends on the project. It depends on the week. This week is going to be a busy week for me, so we will hit the scheduled days, or my typical, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, unless something unforeseen arises. But like Friday, for instance, I won't be able to stream this week because got to take the rat to the vet on Friday morning, and then wait to hear back from the vet to go pick her up. But I want to balance out my days, and I kind of have been, where some days I start early in the day and end a little bit earlier as a result. But typically streams average about 3 to 4 hours. Last week we were hitting 5-hour, 6-hour marks though. And I would like to have some of those in the mix as well, you know, as long as we got a project and a workload to support it. If you're less stressed, you'll perform better. Counterintuitive, I guess. Yeah. All right, so let's see, 30 seconds to the ads. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I know this stuff isn't super exciting. It's just one of the things that we have to do before we can actually begin. And it's always fun hanging out with you guys, so appreciate the company. If you are new here, I'm going to throw a couple links at you real quick before the ads. First and foremost, to the YouTube channel. That's where you can find all my previous work in the form of condensed time lapses and showcases. And everything that we complete on stream gets a proper showcase there as well. Oblina here is going to be getting a showcase soon. And also a link to the Discord, best place for all the latest updates on the stream and any changes to the schedule. Plus, you can share your art with us. We love to see what you're working on, so hope to see you there. And here's a look at my... Maybe? There we go. Here's a look at the project we just completed last week. And I still need to get her showcase video done. I did some finishing touches over the weekend on the base here. But she is complete. You may recognize her as Oblina from 90s Nicktoons Real Monsters. All right, let's see. There's the ads. Guys, I'm going to throw the break screen up. We got 3 minutes of ads, and then we'll be right back. It's a great opportunity to stand up, stretch, grab a drink, grab a snack, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys back here in just a few. She turned out great. Thank you, Fairy Foundling. I appreciate it. Yeah, I wasn't super excited about the project going into it just because it was so simple compared to, you know, the Jerboa that we just finished prior. But I'm really happy with how she's turned out, and I'm glad I got her done. Now the trio is complete, and the next time we return to Sculpting 90s Nicktoons, we're going to be taking on some characters from Rocco's Modern Life. So, yeah, let me throw the break screen up, and I will see you guys there in just a minute. I'm still very much by the mic, so feel free to chat. I can reply. Yeah, I want to sculpt Rocco and Spunky. And I also want to do Heifer and Filbert. I want to sculpt them as well. That would be fun. Yeah, I think the easiest of all three would probably be Filbert. Not much to him. What a bunch of fun characters, though. That show was great. So, yeah. Well, we'll talk about it after the break.
Welcome back. Let's get to it.
All right. And we're back. So we've got 2 armatures done. I think one of them I want to do with the ultralight, like I was saying, instead of foil, you know? We'll do like a foil core and then build out the rest with ultralight. But I do think we can do one more foil today and get one without a mouth open, you know, no open mouth, just visible teeth, and one big Cyclops eye. I think that would be fun. But I want to shape him more like this one. This one's definitely a better shape. This one, that's not my favorite. I mean, we'll fix it with clay, but We also just had our first ever community art show last Thursday. That was fun. We're going to be doing that once a month for right now as our community grows. On the final Thursday stream, at the end of the final Thursday stream each month. So we'll have another one here towards the end of September. Love to see what you guys are working on or completed during the month. You guys spend plenty of time watching what I'm working on. I love to see what you guys are up to as well. And I know other members in the community appreciate seeing the work as well. So, yeah. Have to go peek in the Discord. Sorry to miss it. Hey, no worries. No worries. It was a very new thing we're doing here, Fairy. So, adding some things. As you can see, we got the little avatar officially. Today's the first time he's been on stream. What is up with these gloves today? They keep riding up my fingers. Like, what? These gloves aren't even big on me. They're rather tight. I like them that way. I don't like loose gloves. Okay. One more armature for the stream today. And then tomorrow we'll be putting clay on and we'll be starting the fun stuff, okay? Today was to get things ready for tomorrow. So Cyclops, closed mouth. We'll do like I don't have any paper on hand. I can visualize it, but basically just carved in fangs, like buck teeth fangs, kind of. This song was in the best music montage on film. Anybody know the film? Surely we do, right? Around these parts, surely. Was it Kickboxer? I don't know, maybe. But that's not the one I'm thinking. No, this was in the opening montage in Donnie Darko. Like going through the school. Such a cool montage. Kickboxer. Been meaning to rewatch that. We watched it not too long ago because Minchie had never seen it. I have never watched the sequel. And we watched the original because I wasn't thinking. We didn't watch the director's cut. I've seen the director's cut a long time ago, but yeah. Why is everyone rewatching Kickboxer? Yeah, we mean Donnie Darko. And that it does. Time flies. If be fair, I've watched Kickboxer about 40 times, Donnie Darko probably about 3. I don't know how many times I've seen it. It's not one of those movies that I like to watch like a whole lot. I love the movie. It's a great film, but it's not like something I'm dying to rewatch all the time, I suppose, but probably because I can pretty much recall every scene in the film at this point, but there's some AFI. This song was great live. This band is great live. We may, since I'm making 4 of these, we may do something. We'll see. We'll see. It is September. Maybe maybe I could think up a little contest, a little thing. If you're subbed to the channel, you could possibly win one if you, and every sub or gifted sub is an entry. Mayhaps. What do we, I don't know. Never done anything like that. I also need to look into getting a PO box set up. Something I've been dragging my feet on. Not super necessary right now, and that's partially why I've been dragging my feet on it, but there's honestly a small list of things when it comes to the sculpting stuff that I need to take care of, but one of these days. song always reminds me of the Lost Boys. That's a movie I need to watch. It's been ages since I've watched that movie. Didn't they try to reboot that at one point? I feel like they did. And it's probably shit just like every other remake attempt. They made 3 sequels. Don't watch them. So like The Crow. I saw a thing, Alex Proyas, the director of the original Crow movie. Boy, he's been having a heyday online, I guess. Making fun of the new Crow movie. Yeah, the second one, that's fair. The second one was decent. And none of them were as bad as this new one because they were just telling their own story. They weren't trying to like rewrite history. So I don't think any of them were as egregious as this latest. The sci-fi one's different story. Yeah. Yeah, that Crow Stairway to Heaven series. I feel like if that's the one if I'm thinking the right one, the actor that they got to play, not terrible, I suppose. He pulled the look off, I think. But the series itself is pretty ridiculous, huh? Such an amazing character. Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole thing with this newest one. Like, they changed everything about it except for the name Eric Draven, which is not necessary. They could have told their own story, and if they're changing that much, why insist on keeping the one thing that's going to piss everybody off? It's Mark Dacascos was the Crow in that. Yes. I don't know. I know the name now that you say it, but I don't know what he's been in. Iron Chef was the Iron Crow. What? Was he on? Is he on Iron Chef? Is he? He's the Iron Chef, the host? Oh, shit. I'm actually quite optimistic for the Predator Badlands after seeing some images, probably AI, but got me excited. You know, the Predator movies haven't been bad. I like Alien versus Predator. Those movies were pretty shit. I just watched those recently. But I probably should keep my opinions on the Alien franchise to myself. I'm not here to lose friends and make enemies. I actually like AVP 1, not the second one. Yeah, I feel like that was probably the least egregious. Like, the second one was just like, what is this? It felt like they tried to turn a slasher film into an alien film or something, you know? We're gonna give ourselves a little bit of an eyeball pocket here. Let's see, the AVP movie where the kid with the autism can somehow read alien language. That's not how autism works, bro. Even if they're really bad. Yeah, Yeah, I like the Predator movies, and even the more recent ones, Predators, and dude, Prey was fucking awesome. And I'm so glad they're making another one. Prey was awesome. Candy corn monsters. Yep. Welcome in, Super Genius. Good to see you. Yeah, today we're just getting some foil armatures done, so tomorrow we can really start having fun with the clay. AVP movies were so bad. I was a huge fan in my teens, all the AVP comics and stuff. Dude, the original Alien vs. Predator multiplayer game that came out around 2000. Oh man, I played the shit out of that game. The movies though, yeah. AVP 2, the game? I never played that one. It was more class-based, based on multiplayer. Yeah, the one that I played way back when, you were either the Predator, the Alien, or Space Marine, and of course had abilities based on which class that you were. Yeah, back then, I think I played that game. It was probably the closest thing to Duke Nukem 3D. I played the shit out of Duke Nukem 3D on PC. I love that game to the point where I was making like maps for it and stuff. Nothing great, but it was fun to play around with. And then I remember I was like, oh, I made maps in Duke Nukem. Let me try to make maps in Unreal Tournament. And then I opened their map editor and I'm like, what the fuck? Nope. Closed. Never went back. Everything changed in a short amount of time. Went from playing around with 2D sprites to 3D geometry in it. I didn't have the slightest idea where to start. Yeah, a real level creator, right? Well, I mean, the editor that Duke 3D came with was the same one that the developers used, but you know, everything was 2D sprites. There was no like geometry or anything like that. Basically, what I'm trying to do here is this particular candy corn is going to be a Cyclops. And I'm just trying to make a bit of a pocket for the eyeball. Did some skins and stuff, but yeah, it was a ton of work. Yeah. I enjoyed making maps too. I really wish I would have taken time to learn like the newer map editing stuff. Cause it's fun, you know, you make a little world and you get to play around in it. But man, that was back in the days of heat.net with your dial-up multiplayer online gaming. And I was the asshole in Duke Nukem that ran the vents in Tiberius Station and nuked everybody when they didn't even see me. You'd probably be right at home in Unity. Yeah, I've never messed with Unity. I haven't messed with any of that stuff since I was deeply humbled by Unreal Tournament's map maker. No, I take that back. I did play around with Far Cry 5's map making stuff a little bit. I recreated some COD maps on there, actually. But that was a map maker that was literally made more accessible so that people could do that. I got scared off during that whole super skill needed era too, and haven't returned. Or you have returned. Yeah, that huge transition, man. I was like, what happened? I don't even know what I'm looking at here. I'm just putting a bit of a recess in here where the mouth area is going to be, just to give us a little bit to work with. Ten foil ball start was a, let's see. Now I have to drink or think dumber and just accept that Godot and Unity just do things for me instead of worrying about what it is doing. Tinfoil ball start was a game changer for me. Saves a ton of clay and is actually easier to work with in my opinion. I don't like working with foil honestly, but obviously with the nature of these sculpts, obviously the wire is not going to do anything for me. I prefer to work with ultralight, but you know, it's still, foil's still cheaper than ultralight. Ultralight's cheap, but it's not foil cheap. We may do the fourth one, because the fourth one's going to be a little bit more detailed, I think. I don't want to say that. It's just going to be different, and I think it would serve me better to do a foil core and then build out the shape with the ultralight. When you're ready, when you already have a shape in your head, it's good. Yeah. Sometimes I just struggle getting this stuff to shape, and especially like trying to make sure I'm within a certain size. I've done good today though. These guys are all like right on point, the same size. We don't need this cavity to be that big. We'll fill it in a little bit here, but that's fine. Nothing I do is uniform ever. I am terrible about like I want symmetry even when symmetry is not needed or wanted, you know? I have to fight myself on that all the time. We'll wrap it from the top the next time. But the good news is we're almost done. That needs a bit of attention there. I can use stencils and still fuck up. It's just an aspiration. Yeah. I think, especially when you're someone that fights with perfectionism, sometimes it's nice to just let yourself work in the good enough area and learn to accept it. Something that I have to work at. Oblina was a bit of an exercise in that. I feel like we need to widen. I want everything perfect, but I say fuck it. Sometimes you just got to, because sometimes we're expecting unreasonable things of ourselves, you know? And it's in those expectations that we lose appreciation for what we have accomplished. That's never good. Even if it's not my best work, I try to appreciate it for what it is. And it's always an opportunity to learn or, you know, try new things, what have you. Let's wrap the bottom. I was gonna say, where's the alert? There it is. Ye old fart. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. About time I subbed. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the support on the channel. And it is September, so I don't know the ins and outs of it right now. I need to look myself, but I think that means subs are what, like at least discounted somewhere in there. And we're working towards our sub goal of 30. That's our next milestone where we unlock more emote slots. So yeah, thank you, man. I very much appreciate it. Let's do this a little bit more proper. Yeah, happy Labor Day to everybody here in the US, or that's in the US and maybe celebrating or not doing anything at all, you know? Seems like a good way to spend Labor Day off work. Not working. Four more what? Four more subs for 4 more you? Nah. Where are we at right now? We're at 21, so let's see. 30 is the where it unlocks, and it's one static, and every milestone you hit from with, so it's like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Every one of those you hit, the first time you hit it, you unlock an additional static and an additional animated emote slot. Yep. So a couple weeks ago, we hit 20 for the first time, and that gave us the 2 more slots, one of each. And then when we hit 30, we'll get 1 of each more. Also, speaking of emotes, I cycled out the shrug emote for the spooky emote for right now. We got a little wolf holding a jack-o'-lantern. It's not quite wide enough on the base, but clay. you know. We'll handle it with clay. We'll do it in post. And we'll make them stand better with clay, of course. Hello! Miss Cubist, hello! Welcome in. Enjoy those emotes, you old fart. I got plenty of them. I officially am at a point where we have some extras that we can cycle just to kind of keep things fresh. Miss Cubist, welcome in. How are we doing today? Taking it for a test drive? Nice. And folks linked in the chat, Miss Cubist TV, definitely drop a follow, show some love. We are working on, well, we're finishing up for the day, honestly, but today we're getting some foil armatures done so that we can start sculpting tomorrow. It's crooked. I don't like it. We'll fix it with clay. So this guy's going to be a Cyclops. He's going to be a Cyclops. He's going to have like a grin, and his teeth will be visible like fangs. That's the idea with this guy. This guy is going to have like black, round, beady eyes. And he's going to be smiling with a bunch of fangs. And then this guy, he's going to be like aghast. You know, eyes wide, shocked, horrified, something around that. And then I think we're going to do an additional one. But we're going to use ultralight instead of foil. I'm not happy with how this one's shaping up. Yeah, we were just talking about this band earlier. This is Alkaline Trio. Phenomenal live. What? My finger stole the tape. Zebra, hello. How are you doing? I'm doing well. Doing well. Just finishing up. Where are we at on stream today? About the 3-hour mark? Okay, good. I didn't want it to be a super short stream, but I knew we were just going to be doing armatures, so yeah, that's what we're doing today, Zebra. Working on some foil armatures for some candy cane monsters we're going to be doing. I hate working with foil, but kind of a necessity for this project. And then tomorrow we're going to start putting clay on these, and we'll probably work like one at a time until we get to the points where maybe a transition would help, and I can switch back and forth a little bit, especially with painting once we get to the painting phase, because in total I'd like to do about 4 of these guys. So we got 3 of them done, one with ultralight instead of foil, and we'll do that probably a little bit further into the sculpting process. Get some of these guys done first. And then we'll paint these, all of them, once they're all done. And then we're going to be doing some pumpkin monsters. How'd the real monsters turn out? I've got to do the showcase yet. I haven't done that, but over the weekend I was doing some finishing touches on Oblina's base, just spraying. I had to hit it with the spray glue and all of that, you know. And then I went over the base with a final coat of black paint and a couple coats of varnish on the wood. But yeah, there's Oblina. Yeah, I'm real happy with her. I'm glad I've got the trio done. Now I just got to get the showcase filmed. I'm hoping to do that on Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday I'm going to try to go. I need to try to get over to visit my grandfather. I was supposed to last week and then I couldn't get a hold of him. So I couldn't get it to work out. So I need to try to get over and visit this week. And then Friday I've got to take a rat to the vet. So it's a little bit of a busy week. But I'm hoping like Wednesday, if I go get to visit him, when I come back home, I can get the showcase video at least shot. And then editing will only take a few hours here and there in the evenings. So potentially gonna have the showcase done by Friday. We'll see. We'll see. I'm thinking about having all three of the monsters in the showcase, or at least a portion of it. I feel like that would be appropriate. The little bugs, great touch. Yeah, the little roach that I added. And then her can of beans. This little empty can of beans. Not at all to scale, by the way. I mean, roach, can of beans, same size, but you know, whatever. Doesn't matter. We're talking about cartoons. So, yeah, I'm hoping I'll have the showcase done by the weekend. And then these guys, they won't take terribly long, which is why we're doing 4. Tell me what you guys think. Never done anything like this. We're making 4 of these things, right? What if we give one away? What if we do like a little contest since it's September? I'll sort out the details and I'll post in Discord if we do it, but I'm thinking that anyone sub to the channel has an entry, and any new sub and gifted subs is an added entry. And then at the end of the month, we draw it. And whoever's name gets drawn, I will send one of our candy corn monsters. You know, as much as I hate working with foil, these turned out pretty decent. And they're all relatively the same size. So we'll start adding foil and sculpting on those tomorrow. And then these were, when I got back into sculpting, some of you guys are probably tired of hearing this, I'm sorry. When I got back into sculpting towards the end of 2022, I had some old polymer clay laying around, and these are some of the first things that I sculpted. Nothing complex or crazy or anything, nothing remarkable, but they're cute and I had fun with them. So the idea was, why don't I make them bigger and more detailed? So that's what we're doing. How heavy are they? These? Oh, these weigh next to nothing. Couple grams, maybe. Yeah, because it's just clay. There's nothing inside of these. And then these are relatively light, just being foil. So these might be half a pound to a pound. No, they won't be a pound. Somewhere below a half a pound when it's all said and done, I would say. Super cool earrings. They're pretty big. Like, for scale. Well, the closest thing to anything like universally recognized, there's a hobby knife. But yeah, I mean, you could totally condense that design down. Make them smaller. Make them earrings. Yeah, definitely. I love the one with the bite out of it. Thank you, Miss Cubis. Yeah, these little guys were fun. That's why I thought it'd be kind of a good idea to revisit that project idea and expand on it. And then I'll show you this was my first YouTube video. My little creepy pumpkin here. And I've always been happy with this guy. But I want to make more. So that's what we're going to do after the candy corn monsters. Pumpkin monsters. And more detailed. Because I'm kind of addicted to doing detail now. The Jerboa ruined me, chat. I used to be content with simple little projects, and now I'm like, everything has to be complex and make me want to pull my remaining hair out throughout the process, you know? Also, Menchie just brought this little guy in. I made this little guy too. Yeah, this is her little pumpkin. Yeah, this is totally in me getting back into sculpting, getting a feel for things, seeing what I could do, but having no real clue like what I could actually do. Thinking of making a fall overlay for my stream. Is it too early for that? No. No, it is not. It is never too early, right? Yeah, I figured it's September. We're kicking off spooky season. Also, you guys like my little jack-o'-lantern? Let's see if I can. Where's my hand? Right here. I made that last night. I'll go to full screen so you can see it better. Because it actually has like a slight little glow animation to it. Nothing overwhelming or obnoxious, but kind of brightens and dims a little bit there. I had fun making that. And I'm thinking about putting a little bit of maybe a mask or a costume on my avatar. Maybe wait on that until like proper October, but I'm thinking about it. I think that would be fun. And in the future, I might be expanding on the animation of the avatar. And I also might look into ways where you guys can interact. Like change various things about the avatar with channel points. I think that would be fun. So, yeah. Anyway. Let's go back over here.
It's time to take
really?
a short break. Stand up, stretch and hydrate.
Well, we hit the 3-hour mark. Now it's demanding ad revenue, huh? Let's go ahead and snooze that. Because like I said, we are going to be ending a little bit early today. I do apologize. It is the 3-hour mark, which is like the average stream length. But lately, we've been kind of going a little bit longer, and that's a streak I would like to continue. However, if I started putting clay on this stuff today, we would get nowhere, or I would be here way too late. So my objective today was to just get these armatures done, and that way we have something we can really dig into tomorrow, you know? And I don't have to start off with stuff that I'm not particularly keen on doing like this. We can just get right into the fun stuff, you know? Getting some clay on, getting some eyeballs, making mouths, making teeth, all that fun stuff. And we'll have a decently long stream tomorrow, I'm sure of it. Unless something comes up, but I don't think anything is going to come up. Knock on wood. I think we should be good to go. So we'll work through those 3, and then we'll start on the 4th once we get through those 3, and we'll use ultralight in place of foil for those. So, but it was fun. You know, I not a particularly enjoyable process for me working with foil, but it was nice hanging out with you guys. It was a fun stream. So thank you for that. I very much appreciate it. And then keep an eye out in Discord. Should you guys think we should do a giveaway for one of the candy corns this month? And we've never done anything like that, but I think that would be cool. Menchie, yeah? All right. Yeah, because these won't take long, man. Like, we could probably do several of these through the month. But we'll start with 4, you know, and then if we run into a situation where we think that the giveaway one should be one that I want to keep, then we'll just duplicate it. I'll make an extra one. But we'll see. Keep an eye out on Discord for any announcements on that. You have to ship to Sweden when I win. I mean, I suppose I should look into shipping rates, but it's not going to hurt me. You know, it'd be nice to do something for the community. And, yeah, it's not like it's something, if it eats into my wallet yield fart for shipping, a one-off thing here and there for the community isn't going to kill me. So it's not a big deal, and it won't weigh a lot, so we don't have to worry about that. Just the basic cost of shipping, I suppose. And then that'll give me an excuse to look into getting my post office box set up too, because I've been procrastinating on that. So Let's see. I'm gonna snooze those ads again because they keep creeping up on us. And I'm gonna pull up Twitch and see who's streaming. Be quiet, Twitch. Let's mute that tab. And let's see. You know what? Someone we haven't had an opportunity to go say hello to in a while. Just because of differing times and whatnot. And I think he's just been a little bit busy with things. Let's go say hello to Artwork by Andy. Guys, he's working on a new piece. Holy crap. If you haven't seen it, it's incredible. In fact, I don't understand airbrushing at all. It's a scary thing to think about. I would love to give it a shot in the future. I'm just afraid to commit and spend the money on the equipment and then like find I hate it or something. Shofavan is on. If you have never visited her, she does these awesome horror oil paints. Let me copy the name. We got an ad. Oh, it's up to you guys. Airbrushing or oil painting? What do you think? I would say she's got a lot. She's got 96 viewers though, you guys, like, I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna drop a follow. But yeah, let's go say hello to Andy. You know, try to help out folks that need the views, you know. Like I'm among those people, so I try to help where I can. What is this? Ask to join the stream anytime. This, I keep seeing this. You can just like live drop in on somebody now? Is that? Must be what it is. I don't know. That's new. Darn ads, dude. It's the worst, isn't it? But yeah, yield fart. Save it for next time, dude. And if we can't find anybody, you know, that we can help out, right? Well, I'm by all means, I'm all for meeting new artists. I do like to try to support people we know and friends as well. And I haven't gotten the opportunity to go say hello to Artwork by Andy in quite a while. So why don't we do that? Guys, thank you so much for hanging out today. Let's hop over here. Let's roll credits. And I got some thank yous, right? First and foremost, Grin, kicking it off today with a gifted tier 1 sub to Corpse. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, Grin. Thank you for the generosity to the community and to and the support to the channel. I appreciate it, dude. Always a pleasure having you here. And Ye Old Fart, you as well, man. Thank you so much for the support. I very much appreciate it. We're at 21 subscribers. Our goal is 30 to unlock another additional 2 emote slots, 1 static and 1 animated. And it is September, so maybe we'll make it. And like I said, keep an eye out for the Discord announcements. If we do any kind of giveaway, I'll announce it in there very soon. So keep an eye out for that. But guys, thank you. I'm gonna get raid calls out, non-subs. If you're not subbed to the channel, you can copy that one. And if you are subbed to the channel, the one right there with the red moon emotes is one for you. Go ahead and get that copied and ready to go. And when we get over to Andy's channel, just throw those in the chat. Give a nice hearty hello. Guys, thank you so much for a wonderful stream today. It was productive. We're ready to go for tomorrow. Some serious sculpting ahead of us. And hopefully a longer stream at that. So thank you for that. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Lurkers, thank you for being here. Genuinely appreciate the support, so thank you for that. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Monday. And if I don't get to see you tomorrow for some reason, then I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow. But I will be back here probably around noon Eastern time, about the same start time as today, somewhere in that ballpark. And I will see you guys then for some actual sculpting. So thank you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Let me queue up the raid and we will go say hello to artwork by Andy. Here we go. Queuing up. And let the countdown begin. Ye old fart, thanks for hanging out, buddy. Appreciate you. Menchie, Corpse, Miss Cubist,
It's time
Harry
to
Foundling,
take a short break. Stand up, stretch and
Zebra
hydrate.
Acrylics. Thank you guys all. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the support. And let's go say hello to Andy. Thank you guys. Have a good night. And 3, 2,